William Byron is known as a race car driver, and some people, I just found out about this, you were an Eagle Scout. How'd you get into that?
Yeah, I was an Eagle Scout. I got into scouting probably when I was 13 or 14 years old and just did it throughout my high school years, and I did it kind of on the off weekends of the race, so it was a lot of fun and enjoyed it, and I was glad to get that accomplished.
You had to balance your time with Eagle Scouts racing in high school. Now it's Liberty University and the Cup Series. How do you do it? Is it easy to manage time?
I think that you kind of get to know your schedule a little bit better, so you kind of know what is free time and what's race time, and kind of what's going to go on around the racetrack that's going to allow you to do your job the best you can. So I feel like you start to get to know your schedule, and that really makes the time management easier. So I don't think it's really that different other than any other year. I think it's just understanding what your time's going to be and how to manage it.
Peyton Manning came to the racetrack a couple of years ago, and he said the biggest thing that surprised him was all the media availability you guys do, and you just don't have a time to zone in before a race. When do you kind of sit back and focus before a race starts?
Yeah, I mean, luckily we have some time to ourselves around the race car, and also just before the race you usually have an hour or so to kind of think about what you're going to do in the race. And a lot of times the preparation comes weeks beforehand or a week beforehand for the race that you're going to be in. So you try to just make sure that the week goes smooth and you have your time that you need to get prepared, and then by the time you get to the race you have a lot of energy. You kind of have a jar of energy. You have to kind of conserve that sometimes and not let people get the best of that.
Do you do simulator stuff or YouTube, watching old races to prepare for a race?
Yeah, I do some simulator work, but I feel like the biggest thing at this level, now that I'm at the racetracks a lot of times and each week going to a different racetrack, I think the biggest thing is just looking at videos and looking at dartfish or different tools that we have to understand the data a little bit better. So a lot of times it's all about what your car is doing, so you can't always look at other people and judge what they're doing and sit and know that you're going to be capable of that, but I think that you try to just go out there and do the best you can.